and welcome to Iron Dinos. It's our yearly year in review. I'm Shaun and I'm here with Adam.
Hey!
And joining us is the newest dino, Miss Terry.
Hey!
And we're going to go through a series of categories and decide what each of our favourite one for the year is. Usual rules apply, so this does not have to be something that was released this year, it just has to be something we experienced for the first time this year. Let's see how many things Adam plays a remaster of and pretends it's for the first time. We've done that before, Adam. Do not cheat on the Euro review!
I'll try. And of course, please play along in the comments below. We'd love to go back through and read all your selections for the categories. That'd be really cool.
Alright, first off, we have Best Game. This is our favourite game that we played this year, and I'm going to fire it first over to Adam. What you got, buddy?
So, the best game... I had a long, hard think about this. There's quite a fair few, but the one that stood out the most, which I've had most fun with, and we're still playing, is Split Fiction.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoy that. Just the game goes through so many different genres of game within the same game, and it's great. You never know what you're going to get on the next level, and the fact it switches between sci-fi and fantasy, and the character arcs I think are pretty good. I mean, the evil villain behind the evil corporation is a bit weak. but other than that, I find both characters' backstories are really enticing, really interesting. Yeah, the visuals are really good. It plays really well. It tests my abilities like to the extreme. I'm not that great at parkour, and there's a lot of parkour in this game. So yeah, but it's great. It's great. As I say, it was released this year, 2025.
Yeah.
And we decided to give it a go. And the best thing actually about it is they've done this. Is it called Friend Pass? I think it's called Friend Pass. So if your mate has the game, all you've got to download is the Friend Pass version, which is free, and you get to play your mate's version. I mean, you don't get the achievements, as we found out, but it basically means you only pay for one copy and to play through the game, which I think is really cool. I think that's a nice little thing that they've done.
I agree with that. I mean, it allows you to pay half each, or in mine and Adam's case, Adam bought it and I didn't have to pay anything, which is just the best possible outcome for something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that is my best game. Yeah, Split Fiction.
Alright, well next we'll pass it over to Miss Terry. What you got?
Oh, my best game has to be Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires.
Oh.
I bought myself that game this year and everyone's into it. It's a great game. The only problem is it's only a one player, so that's the only disappointment on that one. But the players themselves, they all go into each other. All the storylines run together. It's really good.
Fantastic. Is that an Xbox game?
It is an Xbox game, yep.
That's superb. It's probably out on everything, but...
Even the graphics are brilliant. I like you can make up your own people, and I seem to be quite good at those tonight.
Yeah, so if you go through the whole entire campaign and sort of win at the end, I guess, you basically got to become emperor of the whole entire land. You take over territories, and if you get the whole lot and you've married somebody, you'll have a kid. And that kid is the custom character that you can then make yourself. And you can do everything from not just like the clothes and the outfit and the armor to their personality traits, what weapon they're using, how high they are, how tall they are, if you want them really short, really tall, everything. There's so much customization in it. You really create your own character.
Cool. Okay, well, for mine, this was a relatively close horse race, but it was an all Nintendo race. For a long time, it was going to be Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is, quite frankly, like, it's so much more fun than it should be. Like, you would expect just, oh, you go into a level and you smash everything up and you get bananas and stuff, and you're like, oh, surely at some point that'll get bored. And I like got to the end of the game with its amazing reveal and final boss. I'm like, I could quite happily play a ton more of this. But it was, of course, pipped to the post by Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, because it was always going to be Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. This is a game I've waited for since 2017, and I've not seen a lot of reviews because I don't want any spoilers, but what I have seen, the only negatives I've seen is people saying, well, it's just more Metroid Prime, and I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I bloody wanted. I just wanted more Metroid Prime. I haven't had one for, what, I can't even say how long. It's been a very long, it's been well over a decade, and there are only 3 of them. So yes, more of that, and it is just perfect. I've not quite finished it yet, because I don't want to rush through it, but I'm heading towards the end game now, and I have absolutely adored every minute I've been playing this game. A big thumbs up for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond there.
Yeah, no, I haven't actually played that yet. I kind of want to play that.
It's freaking awesome. I bought my Switch 2 on day of release just to ensure absolutely that 6, 7, 8, 9 months later I had it ready for when I got the new game, just in case it sold out. Like the Wii was really hard to get for the first couple of years, so I just wanted to make absolutely sure I had it. And then Donkey Kong Bonanza was a delightful surprise, and I played that for like 3 months.
Yeah, no, that looks awesome. Is the Switch 2 everything that it's built up to be? Is it?
Yeah, it's a more powerful Switch. The controller is bloody lovely. I really liked the Pro Controller for the Switch, but the Switch 2 one is so much nicer.
Right.
Feeling. It's really, really cool. Despite the fact that, so the Switch 2 is nowhere near as powerful as a Series X or a PS5, but you wouldn't be able to tell on this game. This game looks absolutely stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, next we move on to our most self-indulgent category. Best video or series that we made and uploaded onto our channel. I'm going to start with Miss Terry. What did you most enjoy on the channel? Either that you participated in or that you watched?
Okay, well, the ones I've played, it's got to be Wheel of Fortune, obviously.
Yep.
But watching you guys play, it's got to be Human Fall Flat.
Oh, wow, cool.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I miss bullying Jason and his poor performance of platforming.
Yeah, the characters are like real wobbly and plasticine-y and really hard to control generally, so makes the most simplest of jumps really difficult.
Alright, Adam, what's yours?
So the best series on the channel for me got to be Plate Up. I absolutely loved playing Plate Up with you, Shaun. It's just, it kind of looks similar, I guess, in appearance to Human Fall Flat, I guess, but this one is basically a chaotic roguelike restaurant management game. It's got like, you think you can have up to 4 players, and you pick your ingredient that you, or your dish that you want to serve, and there's like a whole selection of maps, and the chaotic generator in this is how many customers you have versus what you have to do to get the meal ready. So there's different levels of difficulty with all the meals, and obviously the higher the difficulty, the more you got to do, the more involved it is. And in between each day there's this setup time, and as me and Shaun found out, the setup time is crucial.
Yep.
When we first started playing, we like spread everything out. We had it all across the back walls, and it all looked nice and pretty. And then when we come to playing it, we suddenly realised, if we put it all the way over there, like say for example the oven, I've got to walk all the way over there just to cook a pizza, then walk all the way back. It becomes rather difficult. So we ended up compressing everything into like the least amount of walking space possible. The kitchen area ends up being like chaotic, but with like very small movement. And then the restaurant, to begin with, it's okay, but then the more customers come, the more tables you need, so then the more you got to spread it out, and then it gets absolutely crazy. Yeah, and we had a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, that's probably my favourite series.
Cool. I mean, I'm hoping you mean watch it, because otherwise you've broken rules. We didn't release a video of Play Up this year.
Actually, we did.
Did we?
There is, yes, there is a few there. So technically speaking, I'm within the rules.
Okay. I thought for sure yours was going to be Phasmophobia.
It was gonna be, but I picked that last year, so I didn't want to repeat.
Yeah, because we did start it last year.
Yeah, I didn't want to repeat, so yeah.
Well, I'm certain mine will come as a surprise to absolutely no one. It was the Stanley Parable. I think I think my glee at playing that comes through in every single episode, and I think Adam is the same.
Yes.
Like, it is a game I had on my list of things to play for like a decade, and then I'd had the Ultimate Edition that released on the Xbox for about 2 or 3 years. It was always just, when am I going to have time to play this? And then I thought, kill two birds with one stone here. And yeah, it just delivered in every single way. Everything I thought that was going to be, it exceeded my expectations. The game is just incredible. It's real fun to play. It's got to be. I can only imagine they rigorously playtest it, because it never gets boring. It's just big enough that you don't feel shortchanged, but that you also is never at the point where you're kind of like, I've had enough of this, and you're going to go do another thing, you're like, that wasn't great, and stuff like that. It's a really tight package. And yeah, I absolutely freaking love that one. Okay, now that we're done patting ourselves on the back, it's moving on to Best Movie. And this year, I can only say, I don't think it's been the best year for movies. I've seen some real great stuff. Some real, like, what I would call 8 out of 10s. There's only one thing I saw that when I left, I felt I have not seen a film this good, this well-rounded, this deep of lore and character and feel in quite some time. And for me, that was Sinners. Quite unexpectedly. As a vampire romp set in a black community back in the early 1900s or 1930s, something like that, 40s, somewhere like that, in America. And yeah, it just does what it does perfectly well, and it spends enough time with its characters in its little corner of the world that I genuinely, like, I left the movie genuinely fit. It wasn't just that I felt so attached to that world and the character and the music that's obviously such a big part within the story and this, that and the other. But when I left with my friends, I felt that other movies that I'd seen this year, or even some of my movies I'd seen the last year or so, feel utterly empty in comparison to it. Like, it really made me see film, or it is so well crafted that it made me see film in a way I hadn't for a while, because I'm so used to a small number of characters and their world being, well, here's enough to just give you what you need to move forward and this, that and the other. And yeah, it was a real pleasant surprise to come across a movie with a level of depth of something I've not seen in a very, very long time. Also, it was fun as hell. It was just an over-the-top vampire massacre romp, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. So there's that as well, because I like a bit of blood and carnage in a movie as much as I like something slow and deliberate and well-paced and character-driven. And this had everything. This had all of it. So, yeah, Sinner's just heads and shoulders above everything else. Even the stuff I just watched, like, on my own, didn't see at the cinema. Sinner's just heads and shoulders above anything else I watched this year. Adam, how about you?
Me, I haven't had a great chance this year to see many films, but the one that I had most fun with, which I know critics like to give a hard time with, but I see it as fantasy, to be honest. But that was the latest in the series of Jurassic World. So this was Jurassic World Rebirth.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun with this because it was like a lot of new characters, and it was kind of a nod to going back to the original, and yeah, it just really, really good. So this one is set sort of, I think it's like 5 years after Dominion, and this stars Scarlett Johansson. There's a team that want to go to the island to collect specific dinosaur DNA for a cure, and on the way they bump into a stranded family, and it's basically about their survival and trying to get this DNA for this cure. And I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, a lot of fun with this one. Let's say new characters, a few new dinosaurs. There's a lot of direction for any sequels and stuff like that, and really, really good, real good. Thumbs up, and it was the one that stuck out in my memory most, really.
Fantastic. Miss Terry, what's your favourite movie?
Okay, I think the best movie was one we actually watched last night, was the F1.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think that was going to be great, but what a great film. Brad Pitt and Javier Bardem, they just carried that film. It was really good. I actually really, it was loosely based on real life. With Martin Brundle was the Blundell or something. It was the actual driver that it was based on. But it was really good, actually. He sort of basically helped build up a team that was going out of F1 and losing money hand over fist. And he came to the team as so they called an old timer sort of thing, and he turned the team around. And then he decided to go, if it wasn't about the money for him, he just wanted to drive fast cars.
Yeah.
But once he'd done it, he wanted to leave and go and do something else, to drive something different as a fast car. So he didn't like settling anywhere, but what a great film.
Cool. For something that could so easily have been just like a cash grab or like a promotional piece, it's cool to hear that they've actually gone out of their way to make a compelling movie to go along that. Because go through the history of cinema, fast cars going fast is fucking cool to watch. So if you're making an F1 movie, you've already kind of half sold the viewers. This is going to have loads of fast cars going fast. That's really fun to watch. Now we just need a story.
Yeah. And it is the classical, young versus old. You got the young rookie there with loads of potential, and then, as Miss Terry said, Brad Pitt comes in as the old experienced guy and shows him a thing or two, and it's really good. Yeah, really, really good.
Okay, keeping our eyes nice and square. Next up, we've got Best Telly. So let's go with Miss Terry.
Okay, well, best telly or best TV series has got to be The Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Fabulous programme. Can't wait for the next series. So it's basically they did the film on it, and then they've done the series. So we're waiting for season 4 to be released. But it's a great programme. Really keeps you on the ringer as to what's going to happen next. Characters are very good, and you're sort of invested in it now.
Yeah. I've seen a few of them, but yeah, that does look really good.
So what's the setup?
So he's a lawyer that's basically, he does most of his business out of his car, which is obviously a Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
So he does have an office now, but at one point he didn't have an office, so all his business conducted out of his car, hence the name Lincoln Lawyer, because he did all his deals out of the car. But now obviously he's got an office, he's got people that work for him, and he's sort of built it up. It's really good.
Who stars in that? I forget.
Oh, Lincoln Lawyer. I got his name earlier. Hold on.
I'll put you on the spot.
I just had it a minute ago and then I came off it. Right, so you've got the main character, Mickey Haller, is Manuel Garcia Rolfo. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's been in a few things. Not loads, but a few things. And then you've got a couple of other characters in there. Like you've got, it's like secretary, or she's just gone to become a lawyer now. Becky Newton. She was in Ugly Betty.
Oh, yeah.
And she's really good in it. And then you've got the other guy who's in Angus Sampson, his name is. He was in...
Angus Sampson, that's a hell of a name.
I think it's... Is it the programme with the... Oh, is he in the... Oh, I've lost it now. I'm pretty sure he's in loads of things. He's in Mortal Kombat. He's done loads of stuff, so... But he's actually Australian. He's got a really deep, ruffy voice. It's really good. He's very good in it.
He kind of plays like the investigator, doesn't he? And he's a bit more hands-on.
So it sort of basically gives him a list of people and he goes out and he's investigating the information they've given him to make sure it is as what they say it is. Because obviously you're representing someone, you need to know what's going on. So yeah, it's good.
How about you, Shaun?
Okay, so for my pick for best telly of the year, a little like my Metroid, for years I've just been saying, Disney, can I please have some more Daredevil? And then they made more Daredevil in Daredevil Born Again, and it's freaking brilliant. It's exactly what I wanted. It is, for Disney, it is shockingly more socially relevant than I was ever expecting them to be. After their botched attempts at bringing Kingpin and Daredevil in through Hawkeye and She-Hulk, like they half filmed or like a quarter filmed this and then scrapped the whole lot because it wasn't working, and just thank heaven for that, because Marvel is down at the minute. I'm not going to dog on them, but their TV series have been fun, but they've not been anything special. But I would not have been happy with the quality of Marvel TV series if Daredevil had been that. I would have been pretty furious, because those three Daredevil Netflix seasons and Jessica Jones and that are bloody brilliant, and I just wanted more of that, and they gave me more of that, and it's awesome, and it has some super dark twists and turns, and it has quite the shocking ending. We're getting part 2 in March, so it's like the first 8 episodes is the first half, and we're getting season 2, which we guess is going to be the finale next season. They brought back Punisher. Yeah, it was just absolutely fantastic. Really compelling TV as well. So, yeah, it's stealing my top spot, because I've watched some real cool TV this year, but that was giving me exactly what I wanted. I just want good superhero stuff. And that gave it to me, so massive thumbs up there.
Brilliant.
Adam, what's yours?
So mine is... I was curious about Rupert Grint and what he'd been up to since the Harry Potter days. And upon search, I found that he'd been doing something called Servant by M. Night Shyamalan. It's a psychological horror. For anybody who wants to watch it, it's on Apple TV. I wasn't expecting too much, but what I saw, I definitely wasn't expecting by any way, shape, or form. And it's a proper dive down the whole weird horror. So the premise is a couple was having a baby, and without spoiling it, you don't find out how this happens until a lot later, so I won't be spoiling it, but it goes into it and you sort of realise the baby's gone. The baby's no longer there. And a couple of scenes more happen and you're trying to sort of get your head around it, and then it shows you the crib and there's a doll, a life-like doll of the baby in the crib. And you're like, whoa, that's weird. And then it dives a little bit more into it, and what it is the mum is going through a bit of a psychological break, and a friend of theirs suggested this doll to ease her mind back into reality, and it worked. So she sees this doll as her real baby, and so the dad kind of has to play along with it. The idea is to let her come to terms with whatever has happened. As it goes on, this is all within the first episode, she decides to hire a servant. And the servant comes in, and so they interview her and they go, yeah, you got the job. And so she moves into a bedroom upstairs, and the dad has a private word with her and says, look, basically this is the best gig you've ever got, because the only time you've got to pretend that the baby's real is around the mum. So any other time you can chill, watch TV, go out, have fun with your friends, do whatever, just as long as you're always back when my wife is back and you pretending that this baby is real. And he's saying, to be honest, this is kind of going a bit too far, but if it's for my wife's sanity, then yeah, we're going to do it. And that's how it's set up. And Rupert Grint plays the wife's brother. He's kind of a bit snobby. He loves wine. He's that kind of pompous character, I guess. And and then going into it, a couple of episodes in, the baby all of a sudden becomes real.
Right.
And it starts crying, and the dad's like, what the hell? And he runs up, and this baby is crying, and all the way through this, the servant has been pretending 24/7. She doesn't break the pretense when it was a doll. And he keeps saying to her, you don't have to pretend. My wife's not here. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then she carries on nothing's happened and it's a real baby. And then I say, the crying starts happening and he runs upstairs and it's a real baby. And then enter Rupert Grint. And because he calls the brother, and the brother comes round, sees this baby, and he's like, where did you get the baby from? And he's like, I didn't get the baby from anywhere. And then he's like, well, surely this is kidnapped. Where'd the baby come from? Did my sister do this? And the dad's like, no, she wouldn't, would she? And then they're thinking, well, if she did, then she knows that the doll weren't real, which I'm pretty sure he thought the doll was real. So then they all sort of lock eyes on the servant, and they're thinking the servant's kidnapped the baby, or it's her baby that she's replaced with anyway. And so that's where it all sort of kicks off, and it's weirdly chilling. Normal scenes that you wouldn't have thought would be chilling are very chilling to watch. And it was one of them, I couldn't take my eyes off. I kept saying, I'm going to turn this off, this is too weird. but I kept wanting to watch. And I kept wanting to like find out what's going to happen next. And so yeah, if you guys want to find out and watch a really good psychological horror, The Servant by M. Night Shyamalan. Very, very good. Very, very good.
Very creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we've got Best Music. Adam, what's your music of the year?
So, my choice this year is a single called Maracuya. It's a pop infused tech house track by American DJ producer West End. It was released on Spinning Deep in May 2023. Known for its catchy bass line, and it's got real energetic groove. It's all Spanish and like Spanish inspired vocals, I guess. It was a major dance floor hit, and it sort of became the signature sound for the artist, I guess, in the Latin house scene. And I first heard it on, I'm pretty sure I first heard it on it was like a YouTube clip or something like that. And so I recorded it, found out what it was, listened to it. Oh, it's actually awesome. I can't stop listening to it. It's really, really good, really, really catchy. And I actually love it.
Miss Terry, what's got you hopping and bopping this year?
So best music was Sons of Legion, which was a new band that me and Ed's found on Facebook, actually, I think it was. They're a band from America, and they haven't really been discovered, but their voices are absolutely fantastic, got so much soul to them. And we heard some of their music and we just decided to download it, but I don't know how well they're doing, but they've got great voices. I downloaded Outlaw, which is really good, Strange, Firestar, which is fabulous, and Carolina. I think that was the only ones I'd done. But they've got a whole couple of albums, but they were really good. So I found them on Facebook. They were amazing.
Okay, so any year Paradise Lost release an album, that's probably going to be my favourite album of the year. And what a bloody shock it is. It's fucking phenomenal. But that's not my favourite music of the year. Because I found a new band this year who I've become utterly obsessed with, called Traitors, out of Canada. It's Traitrs. And I have no idea how I found them. It could have been a social media ad. They could have been on one of the I do listen to a goth podcast, but it tends to be more electronic stuff, so I don't know where I found out this band, but I have fallen in love with them to the point that within a month of hearing them I booked tickets to a show they did in the UK, which I could not go to because that was when my heating died, and I couldn't get back from London at 12:30 in the morning, get up for work at 6:30 in the morning to drive to where I work to go to the gym to shower, which was what I had to be doing at the time. So they're touring largely on the same date, or doing a gig largely on the same date this year, which is the day I get back from the sci-fi weekend I'm going to. So I'm going to spend 3 days getting drunk looking at sci-fi. I'm going to drive home, I'm going to sleep for 4 hours, and then I'm going to London to go see them live, because I cannot miss them twice in a row. It feels like the universe giving me a sign, even though it's on a slightly inconvenient date, that I need to go see this band live. And I haven't been able to get any of their merch so far. They're one of the ones who do it through Bandcamp, and the t-shirts I like are kind of sold out and stuff, so I'm hoping they've got some touring t-shirts. I'd really like to get t-shirts of the bands I like, so yeah, it was great. I found them, and they'd got 3 albums already, so I bought all of them on Bandcamp and immediately blasted through all of them, and I've got a giant playlist of music on my phone. There's like 20, 30 of their songs in there. I've absolutely fallen in love with them. They are tremendous. Just doing this kind of, just kind of gothy, or gothic rock kind of stuff. Very, very cool. Very, very dark. Really my cup of tea. So. Traders just pips My Beloved Paradise Lost, who had the best single actual album of the year as my favourite music of the year because of the volume of what I've found, and it's always nice finding a new band. I find, a bunch a year, but nothing has really just hit the spot quite as perfectly as Traders did for me this year. Okay, so next up we're moving on to Best Book, but I'm going to go first this time. And though I have slightly been ribbing Adam for bending the rules, I am very much going to be bending them themselves. So my book of the year is Copra, right? So I used to read this comic, a guy called Michel Fife, I think his name is. Basically been solo printing this comic called Copra for, 15, 20 years, something like that. Like an issue here, an issue there. And his entire premise was basically like, well, if DC are not going to release any 80s Suicide Squad, I am basically going to steal their characters and do it my damn self. And he has made something as great as the original Suicide Squad, which is one of my favourite runs of all time on any comic. So it's basic Suicide Squad idea. Government has all these supervillains imprisoned, uses them for missions in order to get time off their sentence and stuff like that. But one of the great things that Copra has done is it isn't part of a shared universe, so it can kill off characters, or it can switch motivations and stuff like that. So he basically wrote this, over 20 odd years. The last book finally came out this year when I was in Japan, so I had to wait. So he'd been reading it forever, and Image had picked it up and was releasing trade paperbacks of it. So this year I bought all 8, I think it is, to get the whole because I knew it was coming to an end, and I wanted the books anyway because I'd read them. I'd read the first 10 or so years and years and years ago and lost track of it. So I was just like, well, I'm just gonna read all of this. So I read the 50-something issues all in these trade paper books, and it was a hell of a ride. It was charming, it was funny, it was dark, it was brutal. Yeah, it was absolutely freaking brilliant. It's really nice when someone is... It's really nice to support someone who's doing the indie thing anyway. But when they've managed to put out a book of such unbelievable high quality for as long as he has, and manages to stick the landing, then you've got something really, really special. And there wasn't an issue of this, I'd read it in about an hour of the evening every day, and I was reading it for 3 months or whatever it was, just blasting through, and I never read an issue. I was like, I don't like that or anything. I was always utterly engaged, utterly taken with it, and because he does everything himself, he does the art himself, the colouring and everything like that. This is one of the prettiest books I've ever looked at as well. It's got an incredibly distinctive, unique style. It was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful from an artistic viewpoint as well. So yeah, my book/books of the year, because there's 50 plus of them, and or if you want 8 trade paperback volumes, is Copra. If you like kind of political thriller, supervillain stuff, where the biggest threat is the end of the world, potentially multiverse, while still being incredibly character focused, then this is the book for you. Just read it immediately. Miss Terry, what's your book of the year?
Okay, best book series for me is Assassin's Blade. It's the what they call it. Hold on. It's a whole series of them. So it's a prequel, basically, to the novels that Sarah J. Maas has made, Throne of Glass, which I'm pretty sure Adam's probably told you all about last time. It all focuses on the assassin Selena Sardotian, but this is her fateful relationship with her fellow assassin Sam, which unfortunately dies in the series after. But this is obviously set with the dangerous missions and their growing romance, and how they started off disliking each other quite immensely, to obviously getting together.
Yeah, but bases around her beginnings of how she became an assassin and her master and how cruel he turns out to be. And in the series, I think it was released 4th or 5th in the series, so you get the story of Selena Sardotian up to this point, and then it's like I think Sarah J. Maas was like, right, you need a bit of background for the next book, so she did a prequel, which is The Assassin's Blade, and then after this she moves on with the current story. But yeah, it's really good read. Kind of brings it all back to the basics, and yeah, it's really good.
Okay, well, you've fleshed out Miss Terry's best book, but what is yours, Adam?
So mine is not by Sarah J. Maas this time.
She will be flawed.
I know. Every year I say this, but yeah. No, this is by an author that got me into writing myself, and again, I've slightly bent the rules of this one. Only slight. So this is by Garth Nix, and it's a book called To Hold the Bridge, and it's part of the Old Kingdom series, and it was released in 2010. I brought it pretty much on release to the UK. I think it was slightly after that. I thought I'd read it. Like, it's essentially a book of short stories. It's not like one big novel. It's a load of short stories based on other things, but the main short story or novella within it is on the Old Kingdom series, which is Hold the Bridge. And he gives a bit of writing tips within this book as well, and that's what I read. But I never actually got to the central novella, which is Hold the Bridge, because I picked it up upon unpacking boxes and stuff, and I thought, oh, I remember that, and I flicked through and I went, hold on, I don't remember this bit at all. So this year I sat down and I read for the first time Hold the Bridge. And the Old Kingdom series, I guess I should explain. How do I explain the Old Kingdom? The Old Kingdom series it was a bestseller with a book called Sibriel. That was the first book in the series, and it was phenomenal. And it was based around charter magic. And charter magic is based up of all loads of different symbols, and he's used the map of Britain and Scotland, and where Hadrian's Wall is, it's basically where the wall in this story is, and anything beyond this wall is like charter magic based, and it's like that wall is holding back this charter magic. And anything lower than this wall is all sort of, I think it's set 1940s, anything lower than the wall. And so you've got Sebriel, and then the next in the series is Lyriel, and then a Porson. And it's all to do with the characters that come in. There's many different species, and they're fighting. The main enemy is the undead, and necromancers raising the undead, and using charter magic they have to go into the realms of the 9 gates where all spirits flow, and they're kind of protecting all the spirits and stuff, and of course all the living at the same time. And Hold the Bridge is a series based around the wall. It surrounds a character. The main protagonist is Morgan, a resourceful orphan seeking his own purpose, and he gets into a bit of trouble all around the wall, and the army stationed there, which is called the Bridge Company, and then I think a necromancer attacks, and it goes on from there. But Garth Nix is a fantastic fantasy writer, and he's got many different series. So if
he has come up before.
Yes, he has on the Mr. Monday series. I think it was Mr. Monday days. 7 days of the week it is. That was really awesome. That was a couple of years ago. I think I brought that one up. But really good fantasy writer. If you into fantasy, check him out. He's absolutely awesome. Yeah, he's got a few bestsellers, and really, really good. Thumbs up.
Okay, next up we have best activity. We'll start with you, Miss Terry.
Okay, I think the best activity would be training our puppy, who passed her foundation, which was great. We didn't even know she was being tested, which was quite fun. So for a few weeks we had no idea she was being tested. And just before they broke up for their Christmas party, she was given a certificate and a rosette and everything, and it all goes to the Kennel Club. So she now goes to big class in January. So we did work really hard with her. It's not been easy. She's a cockapoo, so she's got so much energy. To try and put that into training has been quite hard. At the moment, we're still training at home because she's a work in progress with the barking and stuff.
Yes.
But she was really good when she's little. It's just too much energy in one little thing.
Yeah, she's a massive bundle of energy.
Bit like our children, really, but there we go.
Yeah.
Adam, what about you?
So, best activity is something that we as a family do every year, actually. But for some reason this year, I don't know, I really enjoyed it, and it went really smoothly, and that's our family meal. So it's my dad's, his 3 brothers, and then all the extended family from that. And we go to Carvery, and we all sit down and we swap Christmas cards, and the youngest, we switch presents, and it was just, I don't know why that this year was, I mean every year is fun, but for some reason this year really enjoyed it, and it was just a really good fun time. Really got me into the Christmas spirit, which has been lacking, I have to say, this year. But this really firmly stamped me into the Christmas spirit. Yeah, no, it was really, really good. The kids enjoyed it, and everyone enjoyed it, and come away with full round bellies rolling out the door, which is always good. So yeah, that definitely has to be my best activity. What about you, buddy?
I don't know how much has come on the channel. If we were still doing the Dino Cast, which will eventually come back, it's all I would have talked about, Funch. I have wanted to go to Japan for about 25 years.
Oh,
and this year,
yes.
I finally did it, and it is one of the greatest things I've ever done in my entire goddamn life.
I bet.
You build something up for 20 years and it meets expectations, that's great. When you build something up for 20 years and in every conceivable way it exceeds expectations by a massive amount, then you just are having the best time. It's unbelievable. It is an unbelievable place. I've brought a lot of things home with me that has just changed me as a person. Things I do, the way I think about certain things will now just be changed forever. It is the greatest thing, the greatest place I've ever been. And I've been to some pretty great places. I've had some great days and, great experiences and everything like that. But this was just absolutely something else. I told myself, because it took so long to get there, this is probably the only time I'll ever go. And I came back saying, no, I will go back. I will go back. Absolutely.
It's like a completely different way of living, right? I've heard.
I mostly did city stuff. So, by and large, it's a city is a city is a city. So many things are the same, but so many things are so different as well. But I think, because I'm a city guy, I think that's where I got the most out of the cultural exchange. Because that is the thing I like to... I don't like beach holidays and stuff like that. I would like to go somewhere where there's stuff to do. So, and I spend a lot of time in London and stuff like that, going to gigs and all sorts of stuff like that. So I love being in cities. So going to... I think is the biggest, most populated city in the world, and seeing the differences of what I would just do on an average weekend, go to London and stuff like that, but I mean Tokyo and everything like that, was really fascinating, really cool. I absolutely love the place. I fell more in love with Japan than I ever was, and I'm not like one of these crazy Japan is perfect or I want to move there kind of things, but I do have an even deeper appreciation of their society and culture than I had before I went. It was just incredible.
I know you was planning it for a really long time. Did all your plans come to fruition? Did it all go smooth?
Yeah, everything could not have gone smoother. The only... you book 14. I had 14 full days there, and I crammed it all, and I still feel like I barely scratched the surface of what the place is. Next time I'll probably better go for a month. Oh, I would love that. Well, that is probably what I would plan. The only problem is I need to go twice more, because I need to do Wrestle Kingdom one year, which is on January the 4th every year. It's New Japan Pro Wrestling's biggest show. I would like to do that once, but I don't really want to spend a month in January in Japan when it's gonna be cold and horrible.
Very true.
We went in October. I couldn't have planned it better. It was pretty much 30 degrees the whole time.
Oh, very nice.
It took me till the end of November to not be cold, to finally reacclimatise myself to British weather.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I went at the start of October when it was still quite warm here, and I come back and I just could not get warm for like a month. It was awful.
Dressed up like the abominable snowman for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I couldn't even buy a new... I went out trying to buy a big new coat and I couldn't find anything I liked anyway, so I'm like... in like a hoodie and a jumper and stuff. I'm still so cold. Why are my hands so cold? This is awful.
Brilliant.
Moving on from there, it's a bit of a downer. We go through our biggest disappointment of the year. So, Adam, would you like to give your biggest disappointment of the year?
Yeah. We've had a fair few actually this year, but to keep it slightly light-hearted, we had this... When we brought some animals into our lovely home, we had this lovely vision of harmony within the family, and we'd already had a cat named Lulu, lovely black cat. She's very shy, she's very timid, she's what I'd call an old wise soul, in like a really young body, and just she has a bit of a play and a bit of a pounce around, but to be honest, she just likes to wander about and cuddle up into a nice little cozy corner, and she's very happy. And then on the other end of the scale, we, as Miss Terry alighted to, we brought in Sophia. who couldn't be more energetic if she tried. And our vision was, as I say, them to get along, as you see in all these like memes and posts online of like cats and dogs sleeping together and
Mass
lying
hysteria.
together. Yeah. But no, this was absolutely chaotic. Couldn't have disliked each other more. And we've worked on it, and they're now at the stage that we've got like this baby gate, and if the baby gate's closed, they'll play on with each other either side of the baby gate. But that's about it. So the biggest disappointment, I guess, is the fact that my reality got completely smashed, and that they didn't get along whatsoever. And it's been a lot of hard work to get them anywhere near sociable and within the same room. And yeah, I think actually that's kind of put back Sophia's training a little bit as well, just because of the things that we had to do. So yeah, that's probably the biggest disappointment. But they're getting there.
I'm going to keep mine short and sweet because this has not been a good year for me outside of Japan. So this year my grandma died, who I'd been living with for a few years and caring for, and I lost both my cats. So this year can fuck off. Miss Terry, how about you?
Okay, well, my biggest disappointment, I'm going to keep it light-hearted, as Adam was saying, there's been a lot of up and downs, and I don't want to go there too much on here anyway. So biggest disappointment really is waiting for Percy Jackson Series 2 to come out and being utterly disappointed with it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It really has, like literally, I fell asleep. I've tried to watch it twice now, and each time I've fallen asleep.
That's not good.
No. I thought it was going to be really great. I was really looking forward to it. It came out, I was like, oh yeah, let's come out. I sat here, I watched it, and I was like, I don't even know what happened because I fell asleep. And that's twice now. Every time I go to watch it, it's not helpful to me.
Are you going to persevere? Are you going to try
I might
again?
try it a third time. Maybe if the kids want to watch it as well, maybe I'll sit and watch it with them. They might keep me awake.
How is Adam Copeland as Ares in that?
Oh, okay, yeah, he's really good actually. He was in the end of Series 1, so he's the wrestler, isn't he?
Yeah.
He played who played Edge, which was I love Edge. He's great, and actually in this he's really good. Just it's just the whole thing at the moment. Like the new series, he's not been in it yet. On the first episode, I didn't see him in it. He brought in the brother, the Cyclops brother, and he's good as an actor, I suppose. But the actual thing itself, I don't know. It just has a different vibe. Like the films are brilliant. I loved all the two films they did. Shame they didn't do more. I know the other guy who played Percy Jackson is obviously a bit older now, but you know, Adam Copeland I thought was brilliant. At the end of the first series, I thought he was brilliant. I've not seen him in the new one yet.
He's been away from AEW filming that, so I was hoping something good. He was good at least coming out of it, because
Maybe I haven't got to that yet because they've only done 3 episodes in.
I love him as a wrestler.
So maybe it'll be after that. But I do like him, he's great.
Okay, so moving on to more positive things. The most positive things, in fact. Biggest positive! Miss Terry, lead on.
Okay, so the biggest positive was obviously getting the dog. I know Adam's disappointment about them not getting on. But obviously we've done when we first got her, we did a lot of research before we got the dog. And she was therapy for me after what I'd been through. So, she's been really great. The walking has been, she was really good before. So I thought with good and the bad here. So the biggest positive was that she was brilliant, and then she's regressed a little bit now, which is not great. But the biggest positive was getting her, so we'll stick with that.
I'm gonna go through my biggest positive quite quickly because it should be obvious. Obviously, it was Japan. Japan was the best. Literally, I did my normal wrestling weekend with my very good friends. That was amazing, but Japan is the greatest. It's one of the greatest things that I've ever done. So that was obviously going to be my biggest positive. So, Adam, what's your biggest positive of the year, mate?
So I'm going to keep it family based, and my eldest was not having massive trouble.
I thought for a minute you were just going to be my eldest. Fuck the other kid. that one could go. That one's the biggest disappointment. But my eldest, the apple of my eye.
No, I love them equally, of course. But no, he wasn't having massive troubles at school, but the school itself didn't have a great sports program, and my eldest is extremely sports orientated, and it was really sort of getting him down in the dumps. And he does a few clubs outside of school, and one namely is athletics. And all the other kids that go to his club, their schools have fantastic sports programs. So they weren't just getting the training from the club, they were getting the training from the school as well. And he wasn't getting that. And you could see it every time the subject come up, you could see it in his eyes, you know, it was real disappointment. And he'd asked a few times, could he switch school, which is extremely difficult once you start senior school. Because once you get assigned your place, generally speaking, the waiting list for other schools is like a mile long. So even if you put your name down super early, there's no guarantee you're going to get in before GCSEs. Like, it's just like, which is like year 11. So yeah. But the biggest positive is I was speaking to one of his club mates' mums who was a teacher at another school, and she happened to mention that there was a couple of spaces open in year 9, which is what he is now. And so we didn't like hold hope or anything, but we went for it and he got it. And so he's started his brand new school. He's been 2 weeks in. He's done tons of sport, and the academic side is still very high. So yeah, the biggest positive is my eldest is a lot happier at school now. So yeah, getting his brand new school.
That's brilliant, because obviously these years are so formative and everything like that, and the years he'll never get back.
Yeah.
So like if he was forced to, I don't know exactly how old he is, but say he's forced into another 4 years of being unable to excel in the way that he particularly wants to, that's a lot of time wasted.
Yeah, exactly.
And arguably it's opportunities wasted for him as well.
Yeah, this is it. It's about just sort of giving him the best opportunities that we as parents can give him. And, you know, when the opportunity came up, we was like, well, we've got to do it. We've got to give this a go. And, you know, fingers crossed, it's working out. So, yeah, it's good. It's really good.
And finally, it wouldn't be a year in review without a outlook for the future. So our final category is, what are we most excited for in 2026? For me, it's so with everything that happened this year, obviously I'm going to find myself in a financial position where I can finally buy my own home by the end of 2026, if all goes to plan. So while there's a lot of stuff to be settled, and obviously I'll need to move out of where I currently am, touch wood, if all goes to plan, I will have leapfrogged from where I was to a much more advantageous position to buying my own place. Now, for as long as I can remember, this is all I've ever wanted, and I've had a couple of what's the best way to put it? A couple of failed attempts and startups at doing that.
Yeah.
But this should be the final time I ever have to move, or I ever have to, because I fucking hate moving. And I don't like living in someone else's house either. It has never felt right to me since I became something of an adult. When I was still living in my parents' place, it's never sat well with me. So other than a couple of years here and there when attempts that haven't wound up panning out has happened, I've never felt that I've had that for myself, and I'm really, really excited to make that happen. Like, I'm already picking out fucking bathroom tiles and stuff and all this sort of stuff.
The exciting bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, I love when you go into like a place and they've got a black bathroom and like you've got all these tiles and it's like kind of cracked and stuff like that. I'm like, when I get my place and I put my bathroom in, I'm gonna have a walk-in shower, because I had that on my previous house. It's the greatest thing ever. And I'm going to have like a black bathroom. It's gonna look fucking amazing. So yeah, at the minute I have budgeted these tiles, and I'm in the process of budgeting a walk-in shower, and I'm just going to put that money aside just so I've got, because I love the bathroom. Like, I am a clean freak. I'm a bit OCD about germaphobe kind of thing. So like, I love my morning shower, and when I go out for a run in the evening, I get home, I love having a hot shower. If I could just live in a room with a shower running the whole time, I'd be really, really happy. Just occasionally jumping in the shower, getting all warm and nice. I do that. The bathroom is perhaps one of the most important rooms to me, because I bought a new mattress this year, so I've got a nice cozy bed. I'll buy some weird and wacky sofa, because I like weird sofas. Like, my last sofa I had this giant round bit at the end, which was impractical for any space, but you could fit two people cuddled up on it, and it's one of the most comfortable pieces of furniture I've ever. It was as comfortable as a bed, like, but it kind of dipped a little in the middle. It's like a love seat. It pushed you to get. Oh, it's wonderful. So I'll get a weird and wacky sofa as well and stuff like that. I've already started designing some rooms, like the book room and stuff like that. Exciting times ahead. If all goes to plan. There's no real reason it shouldn't.
Nice.
That's my most excited for 2026, with the exception, obviously, of the weekends I've got to plan away with friends, which are always an absolutely amazing time. What about you, Adam?
So, for the longest time, I've been. I always do up our houses. I'm in the building trade, so I have the skills to do it. And the room that I've been working on lately, which is taking a little bit more time just because of everything that's been going on, is our bedroom. I've done the kids' rooms, but I haven't done our bedroom, and so we're sort of currently downstairs on the sofa bed while I do our bedroom. Yeah, and but next year, hopefully, I can actually get going and find a better time to finish it, and it'll be lovely. I'm building a big, massive walk-in wardrobe, custom designed. I'll be then finishing off all the walls. Miss Terry's picked out the colours, and yeah, we'll get ourselves a brand new bed. Yeah, it'll be lovely to finally get in there. It won't be completely done when we do finally move in, because I've got to get my mate in to have a look at the electrics under the floorboards, so there's no carpet down at the minute. But once he's in, done, carpet down, yeah, that's next year. So yeah, really looking forward to finishing the bedroom and just getting in there. Yeah.
Man, I can't imagine at our age just not sleeping in beds, like big comfortable
Right.
beds. That's got to be horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh.
Miss Terry, bring our categories to a close with your most excited for 2026.
Okay, so most excited about really after what this year has already brought, which hasn't been great. I'm hoping that this, 2026 is going to bring much better things. March for me is the 30th of March is a bit of a D-Day for something else that might happen. Let's hope that it goes the right way. So I'm hoping that that's going to go the right way. So that's why 2026. Hope that's big excitement is that, and a holiday, because I certainly believe that I deserve it.
Definitely.
And I'm most excited about the fact that I actually have hair that I can actually style now.
Yeah, for those listening, without going into detail, Miss Terry's been a little bit ill. But that's all we're going to go into. So yeah, she's better now and going into the new exciting times.
And that brings to a close our year in review. 2025 has been pretty up and down for all of us from the sounds of it, but we've all got a positive outlook looking forward to 2026, where there will be new games, there will be new movies, TV shows, music, there'll be new activities, and most importantly, there'll be more stuff on this channel for you to enjoy and us to enjoy creating. So that's goodbye from me, goodbye from Adam,
See ya!
and a goodbye from Miss Terry,
Bye!
who we will drag back into the channel next year for at least a couple. Bye!
Absolutely.